Hi, Nikki Lundberg here, and I wanted to share some information that hopefully it will help you. It's so hot in most parts of the country right now that a lot of people are suffering from ingrown hairs, hair bumps, acne in the pubic area. And the thing that is the worst about this is that if you are sexually adventurous, then this can make you feel less confident, less sure of yourself, because your partners or potential partners might think that it is STD. So always get your regular checkups so you know it's not an STD, first of all. Second of all, there are many forms of acne and ingrown hairs that are truly just cosmetic. It's just a cosmetic issue. And so if there's a way that you can make it a little fun, then you should. For the video for members only, my girlfriend and I, we did a special little role play where I was kind of forcing her to let me groom her, and that was pretty fun. So if you can get your spouse to do it, or you want to do it to your spouse, then you can do a little role play and make them take it. So there are some things that you can do, not only to avoid these issues, but also treat them once they happen. The one thing you want to get is the scrubby gloves. Now, I have a link in this post and on my website for the scrubby gloves, so you can see what I'm talking about. They're really rough, and you put them on, and you get the soap, and it just like foams up, lathers up. Try with your regular soap first, but if you still don't have success in exfoliating the area, try some Acne skin wash, skin face wash, because actually the salicylic acid and the other things in there are going to help break down the skin to allow the acne to come out. Use it on the pubic area. The other thing that you want to do is go even against the grain, so you're going up against the grain. And then when you get out, you want to dry thoroughly. And then my favorite thing that I was recommended by my esthetician was tea tree oil. So the best thing you can do is get a really good grade of tea tree oil. And even though it is oil, it's essential oil. And it actually has properties in it that are antiseptic and cleansing. So you can put that on with a cotton ball, and on that link you can shop around Amazon and also see, little pads that comes already pre-soaked, or of course you can just go to a health food store and buy it. I just put it there so you can see it real quick. So once you're doing this on a regular basis, you want to do this every day after the shower. If you're having these problems, you want to shower twice. Once before bed and once in the morning. Just like you're washing your face, that's how you're going to treat it down there. Just proper skincare. The other thing that my esthetician uses that I kind of stole from her is lancets. Now there are these little needle things that are for diabetics to prick their fingers to test their blood sugar. Well, these come in very small sizes. The thing with the gauge of a needle is the bigger the size of the gauge, the number of the gauge, the smaller the needle. So I found as small as a 33 gauge. So when you go to the drugstore or you shop online, look for 33 gauge. I don't know if they're smaller, like 34 or 36, but basically the whole point of that is to be able to pop a hole into the skin without causing damage to the skin cells. So you can't really do this to yourself unless you're skinny, which would be great. But if you're average to large, then you're going to need help. So that's where the role play and the fun stuff with the spouse comes in, okay? So, or you need to go to the esthetician because they can see it and handle it. So you use the lancet and you just pull right at the tip, or you poke right at the tip, and that gives an exit for any of the pus or infection to exit out. So I show on my video myself using that. And what else? Oh yeah, so tweezers are good. Make sure you have good tweezers so that you're not torturing your victim any more than you want to. And so there's two reasons for tweezers. One is to place on either side of the um, blemish and squeeze from below. You can do it with your fingers too, but the tweezers are nice because they're a little bit more exact. Or also for plucking. Now, from what I've read online, they recommend not to pluck, just to pull the hair out. I personally plucked my girlfriend, you'll see in the video, and my esthetician, when she waxes me, she pulls them free, but then she waxes me and pulls it out. So it really is, I guess it's depending on how far you want to go with it. So these are all things that I've learned, and then you're exfoliating every day, using the tea tree oil or witch hazel, or if you can stand the stain, rubbing alcohol, but everything that's like anti-oily and cleansing. If it's still happening to you, then you might want to also try it wearing loose-fitting clothing, cotton underwear. Those kinds of things can help, and also drink more water. If you take however many pounds you are, so let's say if you're 250 pounds, then you divide that in two, it's 125. That is how many ounces you're supposed to be drinking. It's a little bit more than 8 glasses a day, isn't it? That's 125 ounces divided by 8, that's like 12? I don't know, I have to do the math, but between 12 and 15 glasses a day. So it's a big difference, because if you have more mass to flush, then you need more water. The other thing I was going to say was, there's one more. Seeing this on women so much as I have men, but there are such things as little pustules, and they are sebaceous glands, and they look like bumps, and they're usually in accordance with the hair follicles. And what happens is the skin of the pubic area in the genital zone is a little bit thicker than the skin on your face. So when you get this on your face, it comes to the surface, you pop it, it goes away. But what happens on the scrotum and the genital area, and sometimes even up the shaft of the penis, is there will be little bumps, and they won't hurt unless you pick at them, then they'll hurt. And it can be very upsetting, of course, to have bumps in your genitals. So I've done a lot of research on this, and basically, again, it's just cosmetic, and you can pick them if you want to, or you can leave them alone. If they get big enough to where you want to pick them, do everything I just recommended, and then you will get a root out of it, if it's big enough, of course, of the dried wax that's been overproduced in the sebaceous gland. So this is something that has been very common, especially coming up with the summer and the heat. All right, if you have any tricks or tips that you would like to share, please comment on this video, and I will be happy to share it with everybody else I know. Make it a sexy day.